If you've ever upgraded from a smartphone to a real camera only to realize the footage still looks flat and lifeless, you know the sinking feeling of buyer's remorse. I've been there, spending hundreds on a mirrorless body, only to spend more on color grading software and LUTs just to make the clips watchable. That's why when I first held the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, I was skeptical. It's not the newest model, it doesn't have the flashiest specs on paper, and it definitely doesn't scream consumer-friendly. But after using it for real shoots, weddings, short films, even corporate interviews, I can say this: it punches way above its weight in image quality, and it does it in a way that actually saves you time and frustration. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What sets this camera apart isn't just the 4K resolution or the micro Four Thirds sensor. It's the look it delivers straight out of the box. Most cameras today give you flat, desaturated footage that you're expected to grade later. Not this one. The Pocket 4K captures rich, filmic colors and a dynamic range that lets you pull shadows and highlights without the image falling apart. I shot a friend's wedding in natural light with no external lighting, just the camera's built-in ND filters, and the footage looked like it came from a $5,000 cinema camera. No extra color grading needed. That's not just convenient, it's a game changer if you're a solo shooter or working on a tight budget. Another thing that surprised me was how flexible the recording options are. You can shoot in BRAW, ProRes, or even RAW all internally, without needing an external recorder. That's huge if you're moving fast on set and don't want to deal with cables and extra gear. I used it recently for a short film where we had to switch between locations quickly. Being able to record in BRAW meant smaller file sizes without sacrificing quality, and the files were easy to edit in DaVinci Resolve, which, by the way, Blackmagic owns, so the workflow is seamless. If you're already editing in Resolve, this camera feels like it was made for you. But let's talk about the trade-offs, because they're real. This isn't a camera you can just hand to a beginner and expect great results. The menu system is deep, the autofocus is minimal, it's contrast-based, not phase detect, and the battery life is short, like, really short. I went through 2 batteries in a single afternoon shoot. You'll want to invest in extra cells or a power solution. Also, the built-in screen is small and not the easiest to judge exposure on in bright sunlight. I ended up using an external monitor most of the time. If you're used to modern mirrorless cameras with reliable autofocus and long battery life, this will feel like stepping back in time. So who should buy this camera? If you're a filmmaker, a content creator who values cinematic quality, or a shooter who's tired of spending hours in post just to make footage look good, this is a smart buy. It's especially great if you already use DaVinci Resolve, because the integration is flawless. It's also a solid choice if you're working with limited lighting or need to capture a wide dynamic range without a ton of setup. Who should skip it? If you're a vlogger, a run-and-gun journalist, or someone who relies on autofocus and long battery life, this isn't the camera for you. It's not a jack of all trades, it's a specialist. And if you're not comfortable with manual settings or willing to carry extra batteries and monitors, you'll find it frustrating. The value here comes from the image quality and the workflow efficiency, not from bells and whistles. It's a tool for people who care about the look of their footage and are willing to put in the effort to get it right. If that's you, this camera delivers in a way that most consumer cameras can't. If it's not, you'll probably end up disappointed. At the end of the day, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It's trying to be the best cinema camera for the money, and in that, it succeeds. If you're serious about your craft and want footage that looks like it came from a much more expensive rig, this is worth every penny. Check it out using the link in the description if you want to see the details for yourself.